Still not over, huh? Been going at this for over 3 hours now. I put on my shoes, tapped my toes against the floor a few times, then left. And Mion timidly came over. Why is she turning red at a time like this?
腕組んでもいいかな?
Can I hold your arm? It was such a modest request.
別に構わないぞ。
I don't mind. With my permission, her face lit up with glee, like a child being given a toy, and took my arm.
私に腕を組まれたら、なんだか緊張しちゃわない?
Do you get kind of nervous with your arm through mine?
例えば、急に関節技を決められちゃうんじゃないかな、なんて思ったりとか。
You're not thinking, for example, that I'd suddenly put you in a world-class joint lock or anything? Maybe before all this mess started, I probably would have thought that.
姉妹揃って同じことを言うんだな。
You two say the same things.
思わないよ。
I don't think that.
全然。
At all. Back when, nothing had gone wrong yet. During those nostalgic days of the bustling commotion at Angel Mort. I counted back and was amazed. It had only been 1 week ago. I had been in arm in arm with Shion then, too. Linking arms with Mion like this really reminded me that they were twins. How much strength they put into it, the sensation of their arms, their warmth, and the blood flowing. I could feel that their living sensations were all exactly the same.
シオンもケイちゃんのことが好きだったみたい。
I think Shion liked you, Kei-chan.
そうなんだ。
I see. Honestly, I'm not surprised. If this were a regular conversation, I might have jumped back, red in the face. Right now, though, no matter what I heard, my mind remained at peace.
ミオンとシオンは仲は良かったんだろ?
Mion and Shion. You got along well, didn't you?
さあ、どうかな?
Well, I wonder.
ケイちゃんは自分の右手と左手は仲がいいと思う?
Kei-chan, do you think your right hand and left hand get along?
え? 右手と左手?
My right hand and left hand.
それは仲がいいとか悪いとか、そういう言い方で例えるものじゃないな。
I don't think you could describe them as getting along or not.
そういう関係だから。
That's how a relationship is.
仲がいいとか悪いとか、そういう尺度では測れない関係。
You can't measure it by the scale of how well we get along. That didn't sound like it meant they got along really well.
例えば、利き腕というものがあるように、右手と左手には間違いなく優劣の違いがある。
For example, one of your hands is dominant, so there will always be a better hand, unless you're ambidextrous. That's a term, right? Where you don't have a dominant hand, you're good with both hands.
もしも鍋つかみが片方しかなかったら、迷うことなく利き腕にするでしょ?
If you had only one oven mitt, you would put it in your dominant hand without thinking, right?
そういう差はあったんじゃないかと思う。
I think maybe it was like that for us.
だからといって、左手がなくなったっていいなんて思う人は誰もいないはず。
That doesn't mean, though, that anyone would be okay if losing their left hand.
そんな、よくわからない関係だね。
It's that kind of unexplainable relationship.
多分、 それは近くにいすぎるから見えなくなっているだけで。
I think that maybe you lived too close together, and just being able to stop being able to see it, but
きっととても仲のいいことなんだと思う。
I think that means you get along really well.
俺は一人っ子だから、祭りの前日。
I'm an only child, so the day before the festival.
ミオンとシオンが二人してじゃれ合っているのを、すごく羨ましいと思った。
I was really jealous of when you and Shion were messing around with each other.
ないものねだりじゃないの？
I think you're jealous of something that doesn't exist.
双子なんて、昔は人をからかったりして、そこそこに面白かったけど。
Yes, we twins used to have a lot of fun playing tricks on people.
こうして、互いがはっきりと異なる個性を持った今では、かえって邪魔なだけ。
But now that we have such distinctly different personalities, it just gets in the way. Were they cursed? Or were they self-conscious? Their relationship was hard to understand for an outsider. Maybe that wasn't an issue someone like me should intrude on. Just staying silent and nodding gently was the best way to advance the conversation. Mion passed through the wide yard and invited me into the big, desolate forest we'd seen on the way in. Such a big forest was part of their property, so I couldn't help but feel small.
でかい森だな。
It's huge.
子供の頃はいい遊び場だったんじゃないのか？
You must have had a great time playing in it as kids, huh? Mion seemed to be silently reminiscing. I couldn't look into her mind, but she was probably thinking back to those fun days, when they played as sisters without any antagonism. Every time the wind blew, it caressed the treetops and the leaves, making a swishing, murmuring sound. Mion remained silent for a long time. Thinking back on her younger sister, whom she had gotten rid of with her own hands, there was no need for me to get a word in. Just walking like this, arm in arm, was enough. Mion suddenly stopped and turned.
シオンは、まだ生きてる。
Shion is still alive, huh? She is?
本当か？
Really? Mion took a hard look into my eyes, then nodded quietly. Yeah.
誰よりもむごたらしい死に方をさせてやろうと、ずっと考えて閉じ込めておいたけど。
I've been thinking to give her the most horrible death of all, so I had her locked up.
今日まで、その方法はとうとう思いつかなかった。
I never did think of a good way to do it, though. Mion sounded as though she hated Shion. But also, deep down, she didn't completely detest her. So I took my other hand and rustled Mion's hair with it. Mion didn't only save me. She saved Shion too. Only because we intervened when we did, when we confronted her. All this really tells me is that if we waited any longer, the possibility exists here that she would have killed herself anyway eventually. So, forgive me if it sounds like I'm kind of downplaying this thing. Like, I mean, yeah, in the end, I guess it is good that she didn't end up killing her yet, but still. Intent really means a lot in situations like this, you know? That's all I'm trying to say. Mion may have become a demon and led many people to their deaths, but she fought against it and was able to save 2 people. As I petted Mion, she narrowed her eyes in an entranced smile and untangled her arm from mine. Then, Mion quietly said,
来て。
Come with me.
私の罪のすべてを見てほしいから。
I want you to see all of my sins.
でもそれはケイちゃんにとって、この上なく辛い光景かもしれない。
Although, Kei-chan, it might be the worst thing you've ever seen. I could sense it. There I would probably find all the sacrifices up until now. Looking at them, we mean accepting Rika-chan and Satoko's deaths, as well as accepting that my best friend had done it.
すでに起こり、終わってしまった事実だけれども。
It's already happened, and it's in the past.
ケイちゃんは見ないことを選んでもいい。
You can choose not to look, Kei-chan.
そうならば、ここで待っていて。
If you don't want to, then wait here.
私の手で、すべて終わらせるから。
I will personally end everything. You plan to kill yourself? I was taken aback by how ominous that sounded. I remembered what Rena had told me. Mion might not surrender herself to justice, but instead choose to put an end to things herself. I couldn't leave her on her own. Besides, I agreed to her last request, didn't I? You know, it might be late for me to be asking this, but where is Uryu? Is she somewhere on the premises or something? Like, where is she in all this? Even if it was hard for me to accept, I'll still do it. Even if I avoided looking, it was something that had already happened.
何を見たって。
It doesn't matter what I see.
うん。
Yes?
俺にとっての園崎ミオンは最高の親友だ。
Mion Sonozaki, the best friend I could ever have.
それは変わらない。
That won't change.
一生。
It never will. You really are a very forgiving guy, aren't you? I won't lie. I find that kind of admirable. The treetops softly swayed in the wind.
あんたもレナも。
You and Rena both.
どうしてこんな時ばかりかっこよくなるんだろうね。
Why do you only get really cool at times like this? Normally I'd say something rude right back at her, evading the question. But today I didn't. I just answered with a smile. At last, Mion started walking into the thick forest, into the deepest part. After following a thin path that looked like an animal trail for a while, we finally came across a steep incline with a tunnel that reminded me of a coal mine or bomb shelter. We were surrounded by shallow hills. They'd been created in a spot not visible from the outside. There were many silhouettes of crows in the trees here and there. The abnormal odor I'd been smelling for a while was doubtlessly escaping from inside this place. The odor of dead bodies.
引き返すなら今だよ。
If you want to turn back, Now's your chance.
ケイちゃんの中の園崎ミオンがどんな人かは知らないけれど、
I don't know what kind of person Mion Sonozaki is to you.
中に入れば、そのミオンはきっと。
But if you go inside, that Mion will probably...
変わらない。
She won't change.
何度だって言う。
I'll say it as many times as I need to.
園崎ミオンは、俺の最高の親友だ。
Mion Sonozaki is the best friend I could ever have. I clench my fists. Inside there was probably a sight beyond anything I could imagine. If I let my guard down, I might end up vomiting. Even so, I'll endure it. I'll overcome this pain and this suffering. It will never change. That Mion is my greatest friend. I'll hold you to these words then, if you're that dead set on it.
私はただの鬼だから、もう人間の気持ちはわからないけれど。
I am nothing more than a demon, so I don't understand human feelings anymore.
ミオンがあんたを好きになったの、よくわかる気がする。
I have a feeling, though, that I know why Mion fell in love with you. Why do you keep talking in the third person?
他人事のように言うな。
Don't say that like it's not related to you.
お前はミオンだ。
You're Mion.
鬼じゃない。
You're not a demon.
血の通った人間で、俺の仲間なんだ。
You're a human with human blood, and you're my friend. Mion made a gesture like she was wiping tears from her eyes, and placed a hand on the big door of the tunnel entrance. The lock on it was dauntingly strong-looking. It seemed to demand the appropriate resolution from whoever would enter, just like the ritual storehouse. When the double doors opened, a stifling, rotten air and a bunch of winged insects came rushing out. I remembered accidentally killing a hermit crab a long time ago by leaving its tank out on the porch, and how intense the odor it left was. If that was the smell of a corpse, then that's certainly what this smelled like. Inside, it was pitch black, but Mion flicked a switch that turned on the light bulb, illuminating the interior. The path turned into a series of intricate wooden tunnels. We passed spaces that looked like they were for storage. We passed places that looked like someone had lived there. All this indicated that it had been used as a bomb shelter and stockpiled during the war. It didn't give the impression of a dug-out bomb shelter that had just been left there, though. There was a sense of dignity, as though this were a second Sonozaki house constructed underground. Despite being in pitch darkness below the ground, the voices of the cicadas were entering through an air hole somewhere, giving it a very mysterious feel.
細具殿の中、見たよね。
You saw what was in the ritual storehouse, right?
あの拷問道具の山を。
The piles of torture instruments.
あれはすべて、鬼ヶ淵村の厳しい戒律を守るために作られたものだった。
All of them were created to uphold the strict religious laws of Onikafuchi village.
戒律を破った者を、見せしめにむごたらしく殺してみせる。そういう道具だった。
They were tools used to kill those who broke the laws in terrible ways as a warning to others.
大昔の話だろ。
That was a long time ago.
本来は見せしめの儀式。綿流しは、御三家が取り仕切る儀式だったんだけど。
Watanagashi, originally a ritual meant as a deterrent, was once overseen by the three families.
君吉家と古出家の衰退。そして、時代の変化によって、行うことはとても難しくなった。
But thanks to the Kimiyoshi and Furuta families going into decline, and the way the times changed, actually carrying it out became difficult.
そりゃそうだな。
I can imagine why.
この現代日本で犠牲者をのんびりと沢で殺せるなんて思えない。
You never think people could be okay with drowning people in a swamp and killing them in modern Japan.
だから、園崎家は作ったの。
That's why the Sonozaki family built this.
現代でも綿流しの儀が行えるように。秘密の場所。
A secret place. So that we could continue to conduct the rite of Watanagashi, even in modern times. So this is where they all disappeared to then, huh? People who get demoned away? Mion opened a large, strikingly different door, and inside was none other than a modern storehouse for ritual implements.
いろいろあるでしょ。
There's quite a few, isn't there? Quite an impressive replica of the ritual storehouse, I gotta say.
一部のものは実際に西宮殿から運び込まれたものなんだよ。
Some of them were actually brought here from the original storehouse. All the things there had been rusty and covered in dust, so they didn't seem that real. But the things in here were different. Every one of them had been well maintained, and kept in a state that they could be used right away. Blades gleamed and spikes were sharpened. Also, perhaps as a precaution for the splatter of blood, the walls and ceiling were covered in a kind of tilting you would see in bathrooms. And there was even a drain set amidst a slight slope to the floor. There was also a coiled rubber hose along the wall attached to a faucet, perhaps for cleaning up the splattered blood.
大昔の当主の書き物によるとね。
According to something a leader from a long time ago wrote,
血のしぶきってのは、犠牲者に負担をかけない割にはインパクトがあるんだってさ。
blood splatter has impact, despite the fact that it doesn't tax the sacrifice.
綿流しは見せしめのショーだったから。
Watanagashi was meant as a deterrent after all.
私のご先祖様たちは、様々なショーを考案してたんだよ。
My ancestors thought up all different kinds of things to show off. As she said that, Mion pointed deeper into the torture room, to a spot veiled in darkness. There was surprisingly a room floored with tatami mats, and in the corner was a pile of cushions.
鑑賞席なんだよ。
There are seats for the audience. There's even spectators for this, huh?
綿流しは見せしめのショーだから。
Watanagashi was meant as a deterrent after all.
客がいなきゃ意味がない。
It would make sense if there were no guests. So, who the hell from the village is involved as spectators in all of this, then? Business leaders? I couldn't speak. I couldn't think of anything to say anyway. Except that if Mion revealing all this to me made her heart feel any lighter, then I was prepared to listen for as long as I needed to.
みんなここで、私が殺した。
Right here is where I killed everyone.
見てくれている観客はいなかったけど、私は綿流しを上手にやってみせた。
There were no spectators to watch me, but I did the Watanagashi very well.
いや、観客は一人だけいたかな。
Well, perhaps there was one spectator. Who, your grandma?
え、
huh?
観客？
A spectator?
私。
Me. I think you'd qualify more as a participant than anything.
私という鬼がミオンの執り行う綿流しをずっと見てたから。
Me. I, the demon, was watching the entire time Mion held the Watanagashi ceremony. Mion cackled in self-deprecation. It wasn't a nice-sounding laugh.
向こうが牢屋。
Back there is the prison.
シオンはそこにいるのか？
Is Shion there? She nodded slightly. Mion's Watanagashi had ended today. I still needed to tell Shion that I was safe without a moment's delay. After all, she was probably trembling in fear at this very moment, worrying about when she would be killed. The ostentatious door on the other side opened, revealing what must have been an incredibly expansive space based on the echo it made. Mion groped around in the darkness, and a handful of naked light bulbs came on here and there. As my eyes adjusted, more and more of the great cave showed itself in the faint light. The walls were bare rock surface, and it felt so savage that bomb shelter was the most apt term for it. There were small barred rooms built here and there, like holes made by insects biting their way through a giant piece of fruit. It was immediately clear that each one of them was a prison.
みんなはどこにいるんだ？リカちゃんやサトコは。
Where is everyone? Rika-chan and Satoko.
死体？
Their corpses? I grimaced at her having said it so outright.
ああ、
Yeah,
そうだ。
that's right.
いつまでも暗い中じゃかわいそうだろ。
Poor things. Being left here in the dark like this.
虫が湧くと嫌だったから、井戸に捨てちゃったよ。
I didn't want them to get infested with bugs, so I threw them down the well.
ごめん。
I'm sorry. I can't even see their faces in death. Once again, my feelings of regret having confessed everything to Rika-chan came surging forth. If Mion hadn't attached the word sorry at the end of what she said, I might have punched her. Calm down, Keiichi Maebara. You said it yourself. No matter what, Mion Sonozaki is your greatest friend.
ああ、言ったさ。
Yeah, my greatest friend. I needed to hear myself say it out loud. Then came the clattering of bars in one of the cells deeper in. When I noticed it, I looked up as well.
シオン
Shion!
シオンか
Is that Shion?
ケイちゃん。
Kei-chan!
ケイちゃんなの。
Is that you, Kei-chan? I ran over to the cell. White hands were peeking out through the gaps in the bars. It really was her.
大丈夫かシオン
Are you alright, Shion?
怪我はしていないのか
Are you hurt? What's wrong? Shion's face twisted out of shape as she screamed. It was because Mion had appeared right behind me. Of course. Son of a bitch. You wanted to get him alone and in a place where it would be difficult to find him. Fuck! Of course. Shion didn't know that everything was over yet. Oh wait, never mind.
落ち着けシオン
Calm down,
もう
Shion.
全部終わったんだ
Everything is already over.
全部
Everything. I spoke in as calm a voice as I could manage to try and soothe the agitated Shion. However, it didn't seem like it was getting through her screams.
シオン、
Shion,
ご機嫌はいかがだった？
how have you been? No more! Please! No more!
もう誰の死を見るのも嫌。
I don't want to see anyone else die!
私が憎いなら、早く私を殺してよ。
If you hate me, then just kill me already!
憎いのは私なんでしょ。
I'm the one you hate, right?
早く殺して。殺して。
Kill me! Kill me right now! Sis!
落ち着けってシオン。
Calm down, Shion.
もう終わったんだよ。
It's all over now.
大丈夫なんだ。
It's going to be alright.
だから落ち着け。
So calm down. Shion, who was screaming and rattling the iron bars back and forth, was truly in a frantic state. I gave a slight shrug of resignation, giving way to Mion. I had realized that Mion was the one who locked her in here. If Mion was the one who scared Shion this much, then Mion was the only one who could put an end to this. Mion spoke from over my shoulder, quietly.
安心しなよ。
Relax.
あんたは殺さない。
I won't kill you.
まだまだ殺さないんだから。
No, I won't kill you just yet. Please tell me that you're just doing this just to screw with her one last time, and you're not about to just pull a fast one on me. She burst out into a bizarre laugh, as if trying to make Shion's madness even worse. Shion broke out into a fierce shiver, brought on by that laugh, and rattled the iron bars as she wailed. Please stop! Don't kill Kei-chan! Kei-chan has nothing to do with this, does he? If you're going to kill someone, then kill me right now! I don't want anyone else to die!
そんなに死にたければ、この男を殺した後にゆっくりとひき肉にしてやるよ。
If you want to die that badly, then after I've killed this man, I'll take my time making mincemeat out of you.
古式にのっとり、獅子の先端から少しずつ。
In accordance with the ancient rites, I'll do it slowly, starting with your extremities.
ガリゴリと削ってミンチにしてやる。
I'll shave you down and mince you.
あの肉引き器はあんたのために取っておいてあるんだからね。
I had that mincing machine set up specifically for you, after all.
それとも、それでケイちゃんをミンチにしてみせた方があんたには面白いかな？
Or would it be funnier if I were to mince up Kei-chan in front of you? I'm not laughing!
おい、いい加減にしろ。
Hey, quit it already!
今さら怖がらせてどうするんだよ。
What do you have to gain by scaring her at this point? No! Kei-chan, run away! I really am still in danger, aren't I? I tried to rebuke Mion for flinging terrible words at her this late in the game, but when I turned around... Oh, shit, we definitely are still in danger. Mion's mouth, so much so that it was hard to believe, had twisted into a shape even thinner than a crescent moon. It was a smile. I could sense it like a jolt of electricity. The person here wasn't my best friend, Mion. It wasn't the Mion Sonozaki who had been tossed about by her heavy duty of succeeding the Sonozaki family either. Then, who was she? Ba-bam! I saw sparks flying before my eyes, Like what happens when you get hit in the back of the head. The strength in my body drained instantly. My head suddenly became heavy. Wait, did you say head or body? Head, okay. My knees buckled under the temptation and hit the floor. Then, my whole body abruptly collapsed. You fucking bitch! My face should have hit the floor, but it was comfortable, as if it had fallen onto a down-filled futon. My consciousness reeled, then receded. It was a kind of sensation, like if you took a nap in the car, but you were still half awake, and could listen to your parents talking as if they were far away. I hope to God you still have a mic on you, because, Ooshi, if you're listening to all this, get your ass in here and do something! No, you wouldn't be listening. You'd only be hearing it. It was happening so far away, and the conversation was completely unrelated to you, so you would have no interest in it. So whether Shion was yelling in my ears, or Mion was in vulgar hysterics, I didn't think it was annoying, nor did it interest me.
さーて、どんな方法で料理してやろうかね。
Now then, I wonder how I should go about preparing you.
そうだ、釘台なんかどうかな。
Oh, yes. What do you think of a bed of nails?
あのちびがき二人組に試したかったんだけど、手が小さくて高速台にサイズが合わなかったからね。
I tested it on those two little brats, but their hands were too small for the restraining table.
あれにしよう、あれにしよう。
Let's do that. Let's do that. To think that I felt even a shred of sympathy for you, mixed in with anger. In retrospect, it should have just been only anger that I felt towards you. Mion held me up from behind and dragged me across the floor. The soles of my feet scraped on it, and when my shoes fell off. No! Please, stop, sis! Please, stop! Shion's emotions exploded outward, and she burst into bitter weeping. As if her crying had whetted Mion's interest, she flung me down and returned to the prison cell again.
あんたも可愛い声で泣けるじゃない。
My, you sure can cry with a cute voice, can't you?
あんたのわざとらしい空威張りには虫唾が走ってたんだけど、やっぱりそういうあんたが一番似合ってるよ。
Your unnatural bravado was making my skin crawl, but this definitely suits you the best.
ミオン姉さん。
Mion, my big sister.
お願いです。
I beg you.
私をどういう風に殺しても構いませんから。
I don't care how you choose to kill me, but...
どうか、ケイちゃんだけは見逃してあげてください。
Please, at least let Kei-chan go.
お願いです。
I'm begging you. Shion had always acted as though she were a cut above her older sister. That Shion, in such a miserable voice I couldn't have imagined it during those peaceful times. Prostrate herself before the older sister she used to scoff at and pleaded forgiveness. Mion looked down with an expression of cool indifference. One that was plainly smiling with joy.
あんたの希望なんか聞くつもりは全然なかったんだけど。
You know, I wasn't planning on listening to your petty wishes.
あんたがあまりにも面白い声で泣くものだから。
The way you're crying, though, is just too funny.
なんだか聞いててやってもいいような気がしてきたかな。
I think maybe I'll change my mind and listen to you.
思えばあんたには姉らしいこと、何にもしてやれなかったからね。
Since come to think of it, I never did anything big sister-like for you.
はい。
Yes.
はい。
Yes.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Thank you so much.
じゃあさ、
What the hell are you gonna do? I sincerely doubt you're going to grant her wish. Alright then.
これまでのことを謝ってみせてよ。
Let's hear you apologize for everything.
そうしたら私も、これまでのことをすっかり水に流してあげてもいいかな。
Then maybe I'll let it all be water under the bridge. You're gonna make her beg more than she's ever begged in her whole fucking life, and then after you've basically reduced her to an emotional wreck, you're gonna kill him anyway, just to spite her. If you do that, then by God, I'm going to demand that Thor come busting in here and hammer your dumb face in.
そうしたら、ケイちゃんだけは見逃してあげなくもないよ。
And maybe, just maybe, I'll let Kei-chan go. Mion said she might let me go, but she never said anything about letting Shion go. Before long, Shion got on her hands and knees behind the bars, and began to speak weak words of apology. They were too faint for me to hear, but their intention got across. Despite having watched her with a magnificently jubilant expression, Mion kicked the bars and declared she was unsatisfied.
そんなので私の積年の恨みつらみが償えると思ってるわけ？
You think you can make up for years of grudges and hard feelings like that?
こんなんじゃダメだね。
That just will not do.
やっぱりケイちゃんからひき肉だ！
I guess I'll make mincemeat out of you both!
待って姉様！
Wait, sis!
もう一度！
One more chance!
もう一度だけ！
Just one more chance! Mion stopped and waved her hand again in resignation. Not because she had grown impatient, but only because she was taking delight in abusing Shion.
ろくろく満足に謝れないあんただからね。
You can't apologize to my satisfaction anyway.
特別にお姉が心に届く謝罪の仕方ってのを教えてあげるよ。
I'll teach you how to make an apology that'll get through to your older sister.
一度しか教えないし、一言一句でも間違えたらアウト。
I'm only going to tell you once, and if you even get even a letter wrong, you're out.
いいね。
Got it. Yes. Yes.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you, sis. Shion's miserable voice cried out, having become utterly hoarse. The sensation tearing through my chest returned a little at a time. I realized it was feelings of anger bubbling up. Let that anger fuel you, man! Get on your freaking feet and pummel this bitch! I was slowly regaining control of my body. However, I was only able to feel my skin and my blood flowing at the moment. I still couldn't voluntarily move my fingers.
ちゃんと覚えられたかな？
Did you memorize it?
ではやってごらん。
Then let's hear you say it.
誠心誠意、鉄頭鉄尾、心を込めてね。
Sincerely and faithfully, from beginning to end, with all your heart.
ちゃんとできたなら、あんただけを殺してあげるから。
If you can do it properly, then I'll only kill you.
はい。ありがとうございます。
Yes, thank
あ
you.
りがとうございます。
Thank you so much. Something was strange. Something had become strange at some point. Until just a few moments ago, I was sure this had been Mion, but... At some point, she had become someone else. The Mion I knew well would never do something so nasty, like enjoy trampling all over someone's dignity like this. Well, that's because that's only what you knew of her. Clearly what was underneath the mask was a very nasty demon indeed.
さ、
Now,
やってごらん。
let's hear it.
お姉ちゃんはちゃんと聞いててあげるから。
Your big sister is listening closely.
園崎シオンは
Shion Sonozaki is... When I ran over to Shion's cell earlier, had the real thing been swapped out with a fake right behind me? Anyway, this couldn't possibly be Mion!
園崎シオンはミオン姉様の足元にも及ばない
Shion Sonozaki
醜く情け知らずな
is a lowly...
愚か者でございます
is a lowly, worthless sow. Not fit to even lick her big sister Mion's feet.
身の程をわきまえずお姉様に働いた数々の無礼を思えば
And when I think of countless times I've been rude to my big sister, not knowing my place.
ほらほらその調子
Yes, yes, that's the spirit.
少しは許してあげようかなって気になってきたよ
I'll permit you to say a little more now, okay? Blood circulated through my whole body. My numb senses were returning. Just a little more. While Shion is still holding Mion's. No, that thing pretending to be Mion's attention. Hurry up!
生意気だったこれまでを反省し一生ミオン姉様に
I reflect
忠誠を誓います
how impertinent I've been. Swear loyalty to my big sister Mion for the rest of my life.
ですから
So... Mion's burst of laughter echoed throughout the big cave, growing to a terrifying level. That was not the laugh of someone who was alive in this world. It was none other than the laugh of a demon from the bowels of the earth. She laughed from her stomach until she grew tired of it, and stopped smiling suddenly as if snipping a wire.
いいよもう
Alright already.
十分面白かったわ
That was funny enough for me.
あんたがそこまでプライドを捨てられるとは思わなかったから
I didn't think you'd throw away that much of your pride.
十分に愉快
That was plenty enjoyable. Mion began to drag me again. After I finally got the feeling in my body back, and pulled me towards the torture chamber.
姉様
Sis!
殺すのは
Only
私だけ
kill me.
その人許してあげ
Please. Forgive him.
安心しなって
Don't worry, alright?
ちゃんとあんたは殺してあげるよ
I'll be sure to kill you real good.
ケイちゃんの悲鳴をたっぷりと聞かせた後にね
After letting you get an earful of Keiichi's screams, that is. Thor! After dragging me to the torture chamber, she skillfully slapped me into the restraining table. Before I knew it, I was sprawled out and bound. Thor! She forced open my hands, with which I couldn't even make a satisfying fist, and tightly restrained each one of my fingers. She fastened only my hands, and my fingers at that, with tightly of hinges and locked them in place. Sis! Don't kill him! Sis! The door to the big cave with the jails had been left open, so I could hear Shion's cries of mortification the entire time.
聞こえるかいシオン
Can you hear it, Shion?
これから始めるよ
I'm going to get started now!
ケイちゃんの若い悲鳴を たっぷりと楽しみな。
Please, enjoy Kei-chan's young screams!
いい加減にしろ。
Give it a fucking rest. The feeling in my body returned, and the first action I took was to tell off that thing that looked like Mion.
ようやくお目覚め？
Awake at last, are we?
私、さっき嘘をついたね。
I lied before, you know. Gee, I never would have been able to figure that out on my own had you not said anything to me, because I am slow as a fucking snail, you know. I'm very unperceptive.
シオンを一番むごたらしく殺してやろうと思って閉じ込めておいたけど、まだ思いつかないって言ったやつ。
About having wanted to give Shion the most miserable death of all, but locking her up because I hadn't thought of a good way yet.
あれが嘘。
That was a lie. Mion brought over something like a toolbox. From inside it, she removed a large metal hammer, and next to that, she began to line up what looked like long, strangely shaped nails to those ends that had been turned into hooks, like the kind you'd see on a harpoon.
あの子に自分のせいで死ぬ大勢の人の悲鳴をたっぷりと聞かせて、体の芯まで染み通らせてから殺すの。
I'll let her hear the screams of all those people that died because of her, and after they've soaked into her very soul, then I'll kill her.
なかなかセンスいいでしょ？
I've got pretty good taste, huh?
お前は誰だ？
Who are you?
は？
Huh?
ミオンでしょ？
I'm Mion.
園崎ミオン。
Mion Sonozaki.
恐怖で頭が変になっちゃった？
Has the fear driven you crazy?
違うな。
No, you're not.
お前が園崎ミオンであるはずがない。
There's no way you could be Mion Sonozaki. Mion snorted and continued her preparations for the horrifying torture.
へえ。
I see.
じゃあ、私がミオンじゃなかったら、私は誰なわけ？
If I'm not Mion, who am I? Well, let's see. Let me think of an improbable scenario then, shall I? And I want to place emphasis on improbable, not impossible. So it's still impossible, even if it does seem very unlikely on the surface of things. But anyway, you are Shion Sonozaki, and you're having Mion, who's actually in that cell right now, pretending to be you for your own sick amusement. Just on the sheer hope that maybe, just maybe, you will end up sparing Keiichi, because you weren't kind enough to do that to the rest of her friends and the mayor. All this is just basically some kind of really fucked up stage presentation, a play that you set up just to screw around with both Keiichi and Mion, and that you are actually Shion, pretending to be Mion. Because, I don't know, you're a crazy fucking bitch? I have no proof of this. I mean, what would probably really help me is if I got a good look at your back, is to see if I could find a tattoo there. Then I know for sure who you really are. And then to see whether or not my little improbable theory on-the-spot theory here might have some weight to it. But until I see the tattoo, well, I suppose it's also just as likely that that's you, Mion, that we're talking to, and that you really are also just a sadistic bitch. Either way, whoever you are, you're a sadistic bitch, you suck, and I hope that you, I don't know, trip and fall on top of one of these torture implements or something and gut yourself.
鬼だ。
A demon.
え？
Huh?
お前はミオンじゃない。
You're not Mion.
さっきまで一緒だったミオンを返せ。
Mion was just here. Give her back.
ケイちゃん、 本当に頭は大丈夫？
Kei-chan, is your brain really doing okay?
恐怖で頭がどうかなっちゃった？
Well, you did clonk it, didn't you? You're not going crazy with fear.
触るな！
Don't touch me!
この鬼め！
You damn demon!
返せ！
Give her back!
ミオンを返せよ！
Give Mion back!
俺の最高の友人だった！ミオンを返せ！
My best friend! Give Mion back! Mion stood there for a few moments with her jaw hanging open, not having expected me to say that. I myself knew that I was about to go insane. Honestly, here I was after a while thinking that nothing seriously bad was going to happen to us. Good going, game, for subverting my expectations, and then not subverting them later on. So I don't know, so kind of like subverting me. I don't know how to describe this, but point is, you subverted my expectations. You lulled me into a false sense of security, and boom! Here I am, now expecting what I originally expected to happen within 10 minutes of me going through the front gate to this place, to that house. Good going, game. I'm not being sarcastic, by the way. Seriously, good going. Also, fuck you, Mion. I knew it was nonsense to demand Mion's return when she was right in front of me. But, this person in front of me couldn't possibly have been Mion. There was no way I could accept that. So, this is what I thought. Mion really had been possessed by a demon and was controlling Mion as if it were a separate personality. Mion was just a victim being manipulated by it. The evil one was really this thing. So demonic possession is what we're gonna go with, huh? It's not that she's just genuinely crazy. Okay, fine, why not? It all been the doing of this demon possessing her. When Mion heard that, she started to guffaw, laughing so hysterically that she started to cough and almost choked.
あんたって本当におめでたい人だね。
You really are. A piece of work, you know that?
園崎ミオンに殺されようとしているこの瞬間に目の前の私を否定するわけ？
In this very moment, Mion Sonozaki is trying to kill you, and you're trying to reject me?
こんな面白い人が世の中にいるなんて初めて知ったわ。
I never knew there was such a funny person in all the world.
笑いたければ好きなだけ笑え。
If you want to laugh, do it all you want.
だが、お前が何を言おうと、俺はお前がミオンだなんて認めない。
No matter what you say, though, I won't accept that you're Mion.
ミオンを返せ。
Give her back!
退け、鬼め！
Away with you, demon!
ケイちゃん、私を笑い涙で溺れ殺すつもり？
Kei-chan, are you trying to kill me by drowning me in my own tears? Well, seeing as how I'm restrained, I really got nothing else to try right now, so yes, could you please drown in your tears for me? No matter what, I wouldn't lose to that laughter of hers. I shouted loudly. I shouted from the bottom of my heart, so that the real Mion, trapped inside the Mion I saw in front of me, would be able to hear.
頑張れ、ミオン！
You can do it, Mion!
こんな、鬼畜生に負けるな！
Don't lose to this piece of shit demon!
本当に強い！お前の力を見せてくれ！
You're strong! Show me how strong you are! The tears welled up and flooded down her face. Her hands were busy with the restraints, so she couldn't even wipe them. She just let them flow.
頼むよミオン
Please! Mion!
ミオン
Mion!
どこでお前はこんな鬼に負けちまったんだ
Where? Did you lose to a demon like this?
お前はこんな弱いやつじゃないだろ
You're not that weak, are you?
負けるな
Don't lose.
戦え
Fight!
戦え
Fight! Mion, desperately enduring her laughter, pressed one of the long nails to the tip of my left pinky. In her left hand was the hammer. At her side were dozens more nails. I could tell what she was about to do, though I wish I couldn't. Even so, I couldn't afford to be scared. That was why I shouted.
お腹の筋肉がよじれて痛いよ。
My sides hurt like they're about to split. Split in half, you bitch! Vertically bisect yourself. That's the word I'm looking for, right? Bisect. Split in half. Let your blood and guts go flying all over the place, so I can just be strapped to a table in peace. Fuck.
もういい？
Is that all?
そろそろ始めるよ。
I'm going to get started now.
いい声を出してね。
Be sure to give her some good screams.
これはケイちゃんへの拷問である以上に、シオンへの拷問なんだからさ。
Not only am I torturing you, Kei-chan, but I'm torturing Shion as well.
どうしてこんなことに
Why? Why? Would you?
ミオン
Mion! Then, I wept. Only sobs came out. I'm glad I didn't give you that doll. Just want to put that out there. They weren't an acceptance of the torture about to be performed, however. They were tears of regret that Mion had lost to the demon. Yet, a small change did occur in the Mion in front of me. Her heightened excitement was draining, little by little. By the time I realized it, the one in front of me had returned to being Mion.
ケイちゃん、
I sincerely doubt she's returned to anything resembling what we thought we knew her as. Kei-chan,
メイドの土産なんて気の利いたものじゃないけれど、
this may not be something pleasant to take to the grave with you.
どうしても知りたがっているようだから、一つだけ教えてあげるよ。
You really seem to want to know, though, so I'll tell you just one thing. I didn't know if this was a Mion or just a display of momentary humanity that the demon had recovered. I'm betting on the latter. Except I don't think it's a demon.
私の中に鬼が宿ったのはずいぶん前。
A long time before the demon came to live inside me.
その鬼は私を蝕み、強行に駆り立てようとした。
It was gnawing at my heart, trying to spur me to violence, but
だけれど私は、それを理性で押さえつけた。
I suppressed it with my reason.
鬼はそれで収まり、私はその鬼はどこかへ行ってしまったんだと思い込んでいた。
That settled the demon down, and I got to thinking it had gone away somewhere.
でも、本当は違った。
As it turned out, I was wrong.
私の中から出て行ったんじゃなく、私の中で眠っていただけだったの。
It hadn't left me. It had just gone to sleep. So basically, you had bloodlust when you were younger. You managed to call it, and then it came back. Got it. I noticed that there were tears forming in her eyes. Spare me the fucking tears!
その鬼は、ある小さなことをきっかけに、また目覚めてしまった。
The demon woke up again due to a certain small opportunity.
それは、何に原因があったと思う？
What do you think that opportunity was? Me breaking into that storehouse with your sister and Takano and Tomatake, right? Is that what you're referring to? There was a sad and yet reproachful light in Mion's eyes.
わかる。
Do you understand? I don't. I don't know what gave the demon the chance to beat Mion.
鬼の私が教えるのも変だけれど。
This might be strange for me, a demon, to say, but
あんたが全てを狂わせてしまった元凶。
you're the reason that everything got so messed up. The tears welling up in her eyes spilled downward all of a sudden.
あの時、あんたがもらった人形を躊躇なく私に渡していたなら、全ては狂い出さなかったかもしれない。
At the time, if you had given me that doll you got without hesitating, maybe everything wouldn't have gotten so twisted. So I was right, basically? That I was right to be scared that all his callous moments of basically breaking your heart left and right multiple times in the beginning of this chapter, the first half of this chapter, was just going to result in you basically going off the fucking deep end and just going on a killing spree and then saving him for last or something? Well, gee, isn't that nice to know that I was right to be scared all along? That it wasn't just a gut feeling. That wasn't just me overreacting to something. That my guts were just going haywire over nothing. Glad to see that they were right on the money all along. By the way, still glad I didn't give you that doll. The doll I got. That doll that I got when we had our club meeting at the toy store that Sunday.
ケイちゃんには理解できないだろうね。
You probably can't understand.
理解できなくて当然。
I wouldn't expect you to. Yeah, well, I really don't. Plenty of people have had their hearts broken or stomped on or something to that effect all throughout human history. But the vast majority of people who endure such things don't go on a freaking insane murdering spree.
だけどね、そこからドミノ倒しみたいに、パタパタパタと、いろんなものが倒れ始めて、収拾がつかなくなってしまった。
But you see, all sort of things started falling over like dominoes after that. And soon, it was too much for me to control.
はじめの小さな一つを倒したあなたに自覚がないのは当然だろうけど、あなたが元凶なの。
It makes sense that you wouldn't be aware of knocking over the first one since it was so small. But you're the one who set it up.
そんな。
That can't...
俺が。
Me?
あんたがミオンを泣かさなかったら、私は起きなくて済んだのにね。
If you hadn't made Mion cry, then I wouldn't have had to wake up.
これで十分？
Is that enough?
メイドの土産は。
For you to die in peace? Far from it. Mistake that I'd made on that day was what messed everything up?
そんな、嘘だろ。
That can't be, can it?
自覚がないのは当然。
It only makes sense that you wouldn't be aware of it.
でも、紛れもなく元凶なのはケイちゃん。
Even so, Kei-chan, you are without a doubt the cause.
あの時、あんたがさりげなく人形を私にあげていたら、多分こんなことにはならなかったと思う。
If you had nonchalantly given me the doll that day, then I don't think this would have happened. What a very convenient fucking excuse for you, honestly. Blaming it all on him not giving you the doll that day, to let the quote-unquote demon come out and start having its way over you, and then having its way on every poor unlucky sap who you happen to set your gaze on. Fuck you. I wanted to say like I just remembered something as I recalled that day. Rena had told me about that, and I thought I had apologized. I didn't apologize to Mion, though. It had been Shion. In other words, oh God, I hadn't said a single word of apology to Mion. Today, I came to this house, saying I had something to apologize for. But I never said a word of apology about this. Come to think of it, when I apologized for going to the ritual storehouse, Mion looked a little bit lonely, like she was disappointed. Why didn't I realize that until just now? Rena told me at the time. And now she herself, no, the demon was telling me. Is the only way for a dense idiot like me to be cured. To die altogether? I could no longer hold back the hot tears from pouring out of me. I simply just cried and cried, and reflected indifferently on the taste of my tears, on the taste of regret.
じゃあそろそろいい？
Can I start now then?
この拷問はね、とってもシンプル。
This method of torture is very simple.
左手の小指の先端の節に釘を打つ。
I'll nail one of these into the joint on the end of your left pinky finger.
順に親指まで打ったら、また小指に戻って、今度は真ん中の節に釘を打つ。
Then I'll nail each one in order until I get to your thumb, and then I'll go back to your pinky and nail one to the joint in the middle.
この調子で15本の釘で左手を打ちつける。
So on and so on, until I hammer 15 nails into your left hand.
それが終わったら次は右手。
When that's over with, I'll do your right hand next.
それが終わったら次は、まだ意識があったら教えるね。
After that, if you're still conscious, I'll tell you.
指先ってたくさんの神経が集まってるから、ケイちゃんが想像するよりもはるかに痛いよ。
There are a lot of nerves bundled in your fingertips, so it hurts far more than you could imagine.
両手30本を打ち終える前に失神しちゃう人もいるそうだから。
Some people apparently pass out before you finish hammering 30 nails into their hands, so... Mion pressed the tip of the nail to my left pinky finger. Oh, fucking God. I'm not gonna like this. My wrists, my arms, and all the joints of my fingers were strapped in so tightly it hurt. And I couldn't even twitch.
他の人を拷問するときには何のためらいもなかったけど。
I didn't hesitate at all when I was torturing the others.
なぜかあんたにはためらいがあるよ。
Why do I hesitate now?
それでミオンの鬼が収まるなら。
If this will satisfy your demon, Mion. If it will sate the demon. and do to me what you will.
あんた、本気で言ってるの？
Are you serious?
俺が傷つけたミオンの痛みに比べれば、こんなの大したことないんだろ。
Compared to how much I hurt Mion, this is nothing, right? I strongly beg to differ, personally, but... Well, like I was saying before, we all have our subjective senses of morality and perspective, right?
気の済むようにするといい。
Do as much as you want.
その代わり、二つ約束しろ。
Exchange. Promise me 2 things. Mion was silent. She did, however, wait for me to speak.
俺を気が済むまで痛めつけたら、シオンは許してやれ。
After you're satisfied with causing me pain, forgive Shion.
西宮殿に忍び込んだ罪には、それで十分見合う仕打ちをしたはずだ。
She's been punished enough to make up for her crime of sneaking into the storehouse, hasn't she?
あんた、この後に及んで、自分よりシオンの心配ができるわけ？
You. After all this, you can still worry about Shion more than yourself.
もう一つは、気が済んだら、
The
もうお前は消えろ。
The other thing is that when you've had your fill, you disappear.
その体を、ミオンに返してやってくれ。
Give that body back to Mion.
それだけだ。
That's all.
あんたって人には、命乞いをするとか、そういう考えは思い浮かばないの？
You know, Are you not even considering possibly begging for your life or anything?
約束。二つじゃなくて、三つにしていいか？
Can I ask you to promise 3 things instead of 2?
三つ目は、俺を殺すなにしてくれ。
The third is to leave me alive.
最初に二つって言ったでしょ？
You said 2 in the beginning, didn't you?
だからもうダメ。
So you can't have any more.
そいつは残念。
That's a shame. In such an abnormal situation, Mion and I laughed quietly together, as if sharing in a stupid joke.
多分、私は約束を守らないよ。
I probably won't keep these promises, understand? Then I have only one thing left to say to you. Fuck you! You cunt.
鬼だから。
I'm a demon after all.
その時は仕方がないさ。
I guess there's nothing I can do then. I recalled tightening my hands into fists when enduring the pain at the dentist's office. Right now, though, they were opened all the way to my fingertips, so I couldn't even grip them. So instead, I tied my toes. Okay, do it. I've prepared myself already. So do it. You waiting like this to hammer the nails in is scarier. It's going to diminish my readiness after all. Mion put down the hammer and gently stroked my cheek.
ケイちゃん、
Kei-chan,
今の三つ目の願いだけは聞いてもいいよ。
I'll agree to just the third thing, okay? What, just leaving him alive? Gee, thanks. Better than nothing, I guess. Huh? My third wish. Save me. She'll agree to it?
一つ目の願い。
Your first wish.
シオンを救うこと。
To save Shion.
これはもう無理。
That's long done for.
シオンは鬼が殺してしまう。
The demon will kill her.
それはもう決められたことだから止められない。
It's already been decided, so I can't stop it. Sure, you can stop it! You see all these different implements around the room? I'm sure there's at least a dozen tools in here that you can use to, I don't know, chop off your head, grind it off, saw it off, something like that. Just behead yourself. That'll put a stop to it.
だから諦めて。
So give up on that. Her delicate fingers slid from my cheek to my chin.
そして二つ目の願い。
As for your second wish,
この体をミオンに返すこと。
to give this body back to Mion,
これももう無理。
that won't happen either.
今日を境に、ミオンが戻ってくることはもうない。
After today, Mion will never come back.
今日以降、もし私の姿があったとしても、それは姿だけ。
From today on, even if my body is here, it'll be just a body.
私の姿をした鬼だから。
Because the Oni has taken it over.
そんなことはない。
That isn't true.
ミオンは、ミオンだ。
Mion is... Mion.
もう戻ってこないなんて、悲しいことを言うな。
Don't say such sad things. Like she won't ever come back.
聞こえる？
Can you hear it?
あの音。
That sound. Mion gently closed her eyes and listened. I definitely heard it as well. Slam. Slam. It was a dull noise that repeated at fixed intervals. What is that noise? A low noise accompanied by vibrations. A lot of people are ramming in iron doors to this underground ritual storehouse. The cavalry has arrived! Hallelujah!
帰りが遅いから、レナが大石を呼んだんでしょ。
You're late, so Rena probably called Ooshi.
あのぼやーっとした感じの子が、こんなに頭が回るのだけは計算外だったな。
That spaced out girl being so quick thinking was the one thing I didn't anticipate.
それについては同感だよ。
Agree with you there. Mion grinned like she'd been outwitted, then took something that looked like an electric razor out of her pocket. When she pressed the switch, pale blue sparks flew out with a snapping noise.
見たことないでしょ？
You've probably never seen one before, right?
本物のスタンガンだよ。
It's a real stun gun.
違法品なんで、かなり出力が上げられるようになってるけどね。
It's illegal, and its output has been increased quite a bit.
さっき、俺に食らわせたのはそれか。
Was that what you hit me with before?
子供のおもちゃには向かねえぞ。
It's not a toy children should be playing with, you know.
そうだね。
You're right. She seemed to want to use the stun gun on me. Unable to move, I felt her press a cool lump of metal to my neck. Slam! I heard a roar, as though they'd broken down the first large door. The halls were a bit complex, but aside from the doors to this very torture chamber, there was nothing in their way.
殺さないけど、しばらくケイちゃんにはお休みしててもらうね。
I won't kill you, but I'll have you go to sleep for a bit, Kei-chan.
すぐに大石が来てくれるから。
Ooshi will be here soon.
ちょっとの我慢。
This will only hurt a bit. Feeling the same shock as before. Gritting my teeth wasn't going to help much, but I clenched them tightly anyway. However, just as she said when she was about to hammer the nails in, she hesitated a little. I cracked open my tightly closed eyelids.
ごめんね。
I'm sorry
ミオンを怪我して。
for disgracing Mion.
ここに入る前に約束した。
I made a promise before coming in here.
何があっても、俺の中のミオンは変わらない。
Whatever happens, the Mion inside my heart won't change.
でも忘れて。
Look, forget about that.
今日以降、もしも私を見かけても、
If you ever
近寄
see,
らないでね。
if you ever see me after today, don't come near me.
それは、私の屍に取り付いた鬼なんだから。
By then, it'll be the demon that inherited my corpse. What are you talking about? Just as I tried to say that, a much stronger light than before shined. And like a television being switched off, my consciousness went black. June 1983. A string of disappearances occurred in Hinamizawa Village, Shishiboni City, Double X Prefecture. The suspect is Mion Sonozaki, 1X years old. She's suspected to have kidnapped 5 Hinamizawa residents between June 19th and June 21st. Uryu Sonozaki, Shion Sonozaki, Keiichi, wait, so Uryu, that would explain why we didn't see her. So, you killed Uryu too? Kiichiro Kimiyoshi, Rika Furuti, and Satoko Hoju. Imprisoned them and killed them. Preliminary investigations on the incident were delayed at the time due to insufficient evidence, but it was resolved coincidentally and shockingly. On the morning of the 23rd, a vehicle patrolling the Sonozaki property heard screams from inside and rushed in as an emergency measure. They secured the suspect's missing younger sister, Shion Sonozaki, and her 2 missing classmates, Keiichi Maebara and Rena Ryugu. The suspect fled the scene. Deep in the detached basement on the Sonozaki property, which is believed to have been used to kill those who disappeared, we discovered hair, flakes of skin, blood, etc. of the other 4 missing persons: Uryu Sonozaki, Kiichiro Kimiyoshi, Rika Furuti, and Satoko Hoju. We concluded that the missing persons were tortured in the torture chamber. However, the remains have still not been found. One of her imprisoned classmates' advice. On her imprisoned classmates' advice, we continued searching for the detached basement of the Sonozaki property, which is where they were imprisoned, believing that they were there. However, we still have not located them or the suspect's escape route. In addition, investigations are continuing as to her participation in the serial freak death incidents of recent years, thinking it would give some clue. But no evidence that Mion Sonozaki was involved, either directly or indirectly, has been found. You know, I just had a thought about something, and hopefully I won't forget it after this thing is done. But it's about the demon supposedly awaking within Mion when Keiichi didn't give her the doll that day. There are still many unclear points as to the motive behind the incident, and as those of the Sonozaki family and the residents of Hinamizawa have been extremely uncooperative in assisting us, we expect to require a long time to clarify them. The opinion of a local officer knowledgeable in the region is that this may have been a lynching, an internal form of punishing sacrilegious acts carried out against the beliefs of Hinamizawa village. It is clear that these incidents are particularly rooted in this region, and the prefectural police department has ordered a cautious investigation. We anticipated getting valuable clues from the missing person believed to have been in prison for the longest time, Shion Sonozaki, suspect's younger sister. But her mind was stricken by the grave after effects of the incident, and she has not been in a state of mind to properly answer any questions about what she knows. After all that, yeah, I can understand here suffering from very, very severe post-traumatic stress. The psychiatrist concluded that she is in a temporary state of shock, but it doesn't seem hopeful that she will recover today either. Only a few days passed since that time. After that, I was rescued by Ooshi-san and his subordinates, whom Rena had called in. Aside from my entirely blank state of mind, I had no external injuries. The most I had was the small burn mark where the stun gun hit me. As I was having a checkup in the hospital, Ooshi-san asked me all sorts of things, but I don't really remember what he asked, or how I answered them. From what I heard, surprisingly, Mion still hadn't been captured. There were apparently a great many hallways and smaller rooms extending out from the depths of the prison. It wouldn't be strange if she fled to one of those and hidden herself. But one fortunate aspect amidst all the misfortune was that Shion had been safely secured by the police. When I last saw Mion, she seemed like she was going to take me with her and then kill me. She probably didn't have enough time to, though, since Ooshi-san came running in faster than she predicted. That was the only really fortunate thing to have happened. Of course, the rescued Shion, despite having no external wounds, now had a big, deep wound in her heart. She was in a severe state of confusion when they rescued her, and apparently she bit the police officers trying to resist. From what he heard, she was seeing Mion in everyone she saw. Hated not only the hospital, but even her own home, and had shut herself up somewhere in Shishibone, hiding her location. Additionally, in fear that Mion would come for her, she was moving from place to place every day, and even her parents weren't sure where she actually was. Wherever she was living, even now, Shion was spending her days in fear of Mion's shadow. Poor girl. The police were investigating the Sonozaki underground storehouse at this moment, since they couldn't find the remains of the other sacrifices. Hadn't Mion thrown the corpses into a well? I had a feeling I'd said that to him. That means a hidden tunnel, vertically like a well, was somewhere in those underground passages. The secret underground, without any maps or architectural drawings, which would swallow up the remains of Rika-chan, Satoko, and everyone else, was still unwilling to speak the truth. I was brought back to that basement again, too, for an on-the-site inspection or something, but I didn't remember being of any help. I never wanted to go back there again. For days afterward, the Sonozakis living in Okinomiya, in other words, Mion and Shion's parents, the big-name Yakuza, would come to our house to apologize, bringing many of their followers with them. However much my parents refused it, they piled up many 100,000 yen bills, calling it consolation money, every day. Basically, please don't sue us. The amount of money grew each day, and after it passed to 2 million yen, they were then given an envelope containing a letter. I don't know what was written in the letter. My parents talked about it by themselves for 2 whole nights, and decided to move away. see.
引っ越しちゃうんだね。
You're moving, huh?
いつ？
When?
来月の終わり。
At the end of next month.
ひなみ沢には結局、半年も居つかなかったことになるな。
I won't even have been in Hinamizawa for half a year.
寂しくなるね。
I'll be lonely. Yeah, you'll be by yourself then, won't you? There's nobody left of the club.
私一人しか残らない。
I'm the only one left. Rena smiled sadly. If I had just said yeah, I thought I would make her even more lonely, so I changed the subject.
こう考えることがあるんだ。
Here's something to think about. That's how I broached it. Mion hadn't actually fled, but had been demoned away in the truest sense of the term. Where she went after she disappeared, that we didn't know. What was there, where she had disappeared to? I hope there was a hobby shop dealing in imports, the kind Mion liked. In that place, she would definitely be free from the burdensome fetters of her family, and live not as Mion Sonozaki, but as just Mion, and enjoy herself. Maybe she's already met up with Satoko and Rika-chan. They must also have been waiting for the day Rena and I would join them, spending all their time doing club activities, as lively as they were. You're making me depressed, man. When I told Rena that, she smiled and nodded to me. The incidents the Sonozaki family had been trying so hard to hide, too, were exposed to the magazines from this single tiny seam. The serial incidents of recent years were all pulled up like a long vine in the ground, one by one. And for many days, news of it was brought up on talk and variety shows. Shows, which were comedic and silly, never once tried to touch upon the grim, heavy history that Mion had been bearing. It made me mad to see them bring this stuff up in jest, but there was nothing I could do about it now. How big an impression would these short few weeks I spent in Hinamizawa have on my life? During these few weeks, I met my best friends. I had the best experiences of my life. I would probably never forget it for as long as I lived. As for the distorted image of Mion that the media created, after the masses got tired of treating her like a plaything, they would ball her up, throw her in the trash, and then she would fade from their memories. As somebody, as one of the few people who knew the real Mion, I must always make sure I remember her. Beyond any doubt, that will surely become my offering to her. The sky reached so far up, and towering why am I having trouble with this word? Cumulonimbus clouds, there we go, floated through it. The real summer was just before our eyes. Even now, whenever 10 p.m. came around, I would expect a phone call from Shion, or Mion rather. Now that everything was over, of course, she would never call me. But it was precisely because she wouldn't call me that I was scared of who would call me this time. Plus, Mion still hadn't been caught. The fact that this story hasn't ended and we haven't seen the credits roll yet is making me seriously wonder if we're going to be in for one last cat scare. And it's going to take the form of Mion coming to say hello to Keiichi one last time. Or the demon, if you prefer. I couldn't say for sure that everything was completely over. On the other side of that fear, though, were my prayers that Mion was safe. When I thought like that, I was able to sleep, even with such terrifying thoughts. The lights were off. Before, her attacking when the lights were off was something that scared me. However, that feeling changed to regret within 2 days. The moonlight filtering through the gap in the curtains shone onto the desk and illuminated a doll. You have the doll. That's right. The doll I should have given to Mion that day. She said it was an import from England or something, and that was all the rage, didn't she? From what Shion said, the most popular among them were the ones wearing the fluffy dress. After being released from the incident, the first place I went to was that toy store. Everything was apparently sold out besides the things on the storefront displays. I was refused once when they said they wouldn't sell display products. But when they realized I was Survivor A from that incident, they immediately consented. Of course, even if I bought it, I might never have the chance to give it to her again. Even knowing that, I waited for the opportunity to give it to her. I waited like this, for the opportunity, with it on the desk, so that I could give it to her at any time. Plunk. There was a weird noise. It was a noise I wasn't used to hearing. It was too big to be raindrops. And it was completely different from the sound lost bugs made when they rammed into fluorescent lights. Probably Mion jumped onto the roof of the house and landed on the roof of the house like Spider-Man. I figured I must have misheard and nestled back into my futon. Plunk. The noise happened again. I wasn't hearing things. I definitely heard it. Where was it coming from? I got up and turned on the light. If there was a second, there would be a third. From where, though? I listened carefully. Plunk. The window. Some sort of pebbles were colliding with my window. Okay, never mind. I guess I was thinking too big. When I realized they weren't being blown there by the wind, but rather being thrown by a person, I gave a start. I looked at the clock. It was 2 a.m. Who would it be at a time like this? I quietly peek out front, through the gap in the curtains. Please be Rena. I doubt it is, but please be Rena. In the light at the gate, despite it being so late, I saw someone. They picked up a piece of gravel and threw it at this window. It hit the window and made a plonking noise. Who was it? I caught my breath in surprise. If my eyes weren't deceiving me, that person was Mion. Run, bitch! I threw open the window and looked at the figure again. I said, run! My eyes certainly weren't deceiving me. It was Mion. It was Mion! She was alive! Mion pressed her index finger to her lips and made a shh motion so I wouldn't shout. If she hadn't, well, I was nearly about to cry out. Mion was in a very delicate position right now. Even if it was in the middle of the night, I shouldn't call out her name. I waved to her, gesturing I'd be right over, flung on my coat atop my pajamas, and flew out the door. You goddamn idiot! I quickly hit the brakes just before going down the stairs. Although happiness was sprouting within me, I had the sad feeling that this would be our final parting. So I went back to my room again and grabbed the doll. If there was a God, I don't think I would have ever thanked him as much as today. Even if it would be the last time we ever saw each other. I was so grateful for this one chance to give it to her. You goddamn fool! I slipped in my sandals, unlocked the door, unhooked the chain, and leaped out of the house.
Mion!
Mion!
お久しぶり。
It's been a while.
どう？
How are you? Could be a lot better. No thanks to you.
元気にしてた？
Been doing alright? It was like how we used to meet every morning. Mion waved to me and responded like she always did. It was doubtlessly Mion. It was the real Mion.
お前、こんなところをうろついてて、大丈夫なのか？
Are you alright? Hanging around this place?
本当はいけないよ。
I really shouldn't be. She certainly wasn't acting like she knew the police were following her. It was almost like she was a patient who got tired of staying in the hospital and had snuck out. Her speech was relaxed enough to make me think that, and I couldn't help but be surprised. That relaxation, I thought, was more like Mion, and I was happy for it.
それより、どうしたんだよ？
Anyway, what's wrong?
こんな時間に。
What do you need at this hour?
最後にお話ししたかったから。
I wanted to talk to you one last time. Now's when I noticed them. On Mion's forehead were big droplets of sweat. Her expression, too, which I thought to be a satisfied smile, was upon closer inspection, trembling slightly. And I realized that she was forcing it.
私ね。もう、ここにはいられない。
Well, It can't stay for any longer. A pained note was beginning to enter her words as well. As if just smiling was a feat for her.
大丈夫か？
Are you alright?
どこか具合でも。
Are you not feeling well?
今日まで、頑張ってきたけど。自分でもわかるの。
What the hell? I tried so hard until now. But I can tell.
もうダメ。 もう限界。
I'm done. This is my limit.
私のお迎えは、もうすぐ後ろまで来てる。
They're about to come up behind me to take me away. Who? What, demons? Mion's smile crumbled and started to stiffen. Did she push herself this much? Come all this way for me? Her laughter cut off and changed into rough breathing. I reached out to rub her back, but she knocked me away.
大丈夫かよ。
Are you okay? What do you think, genius?
もう無理するな。
Don't force yourself.
そうだ。
That's
俺、
right.
ミオンに。
I had something to give you, Mion. This doll. I'd wanted to do this one last thing, because I knew how little time you had left. But this last thing, it... Did you just get impaled? God damn it, no! My stomach is burning. Mion took a meat cleaver-like knife and stabbed me and pushed it in tight and took it and twisted it. Me on a what? It hurts. I made it. I made it! I cowered on the ground. My stomach was so hot, it was almost spewing fire. Mion watched it, then took a few steps back and cackled. I've done it! I've done it all! That's everyone! I wanted to kill! The last words Mion left me of that day came back to me.
今日を境にミオンが戻ってくることはもうない。
After today, Mion will never come back. From today on, if my body is here, a body is all it will be. By then, a demon will have taken it over. The demon. The demon. The demon. So this shit is real? The whole demon shit is real? It's not like a split personality thing or something? Me. On. This can't. I thought we had finally been able to meet. This can't. Mion. In a pool of blood of my own design is the doll I bought for Mion. Dyed in red. So red. Mion. The good fortune of having been allowed to meet Mion once more. And the misfortune of that being torn apart before my eyes. Should I be grateful or curse it? I'd say curse it. My emotions were neither of those. My consciousness sunk deep into a black swamp. The doll I bought for Mion, the blood, had ruined it. No matter how much I scrubbed and scrubbed, it had needlessly been ruined. That moon was so white, it looked frozen. God fucking damn it! June 28th, 1983. A violent incident occurred in Hinamizawa Village, Shishiboni City, XX Prefecture. The victim was Keiichi Maebara, also a victim of the previous string of disappearances. At around 2 a.m., he was stabbed in the stomach with a bladed object by a suspect of the last case, Mion Sonozaki, and was gravely wounded. He was discovered when his parents woke up, and was then transported to the clinic. He escaped death. Holy shit! Wow! He survived! Criminal fled the scene. On the same day, at approximately the same time, a fall accident occurred in the Kamishiki apartment complex in Shishiboni City, XX Prefecture. The victim was Shion Sonozaki, also a victim of the previous string of disappearances. Late on the same night, neighbors overheard her having a big fight with someone and informed the manager. The manager used a master key to enter the room and discovered that the victim had fallen from her 8th floor balcony to her death. Fuck! The room had been torn apart and it appeared to show traces of a fight. One neighbor has frequently visited the Sonozaki house for a long time, and testified that he heard what sounded like the two sisters having a fight, trading insults back and forth. We believe this was related to the injury case that occurred the same day in Hinamizawa Village, perpetrated by said incident suspect, and did a thorough search of the room, but we could not find any traces that would imply that anyone but the victim was present. Then did she just have a fit of insanity and just kill herself? The victim fell straight down into the foliage of a parking strip. Her neck broke, and she died immediately. Her clothing was disheveled, and had markings that would imply a scuffle. We also believe, however, that it could have been an insanity-induced suicide attempt, based on the particular mental state of the victim after the incident. We are conducting a thorough examination on both fronts, suicide and homicide. Oh, for God's sake, how much longer is this going to go on? Only for 5 minutes, understand? Please, try not to excite him. Yes, I'll be careful. Ka-clack. The door opened. As I expected, Ooshi-san came in.
Hello,
Maebara-san.
ご無沙汰しておりますね。
It's been a while, hasn't it?
その後、お加減はいかがですか?
Tell me, how have you been since then?
医者が言うには術後の回復は順調だそうですが、あんたの顔を見たらまた傷が悪くなりそうです。
The doctor says my post-operative recovery seems to be going smoothly. But I think I got worse when I saw your face.
こりゃ手厳しい。
You wound me. As Ooshi-san gave a laugh that smelled of sweat, He handed Mom a bag of assorted candies he must have purchased from the souvenir corner on the floor of the hospital.
すみません、お母さん。
Excuse me, Miss Maybara.
ほんのしばらく、圭一君とお話しする時間をいただいてもよろしいですか？
Would it be possible for me to talk to Keiichi-kun for just a few moments? Mom clearly wasn't pleased at the thought of a police officer talking to her son without her there. However, I insisted.
母さん、
Mom,
悪いけど、ほんのちょっとだけ。
sorry. Just a little while.
5分でいいから。
Just 5 minutes, okay? Though grudgingly, Mom left the room. When she closed the door, Ooshi-san grinned widely and looked around the room.
個室なんていい身分ですね。
A room to yourself? How high class?
うちのばあ様なんかいっつも相部屋ですよ。
My old lady always gets a shared room, you know.
そりゃもう賑やかなことで。
It is quite lively, however.
ああいうところじゃ病気の重さが一つのステータスになるらしいんですよ。
Seems like you're higher rank if you have a worse disease in places like that.
より重病な患者ほど偉いというか、威張っているというか。
The sicker you are, the prouder you are. Or maybe the more arrogant.
大石さん、5分ですよ。
Ooshi-san, we only have 5 minutes.
できれば、これが本当に最後の5分にしてほしいものです。
I would like it if these were the last 5 minutes we ever saw of each other.
俺はもうひなみ沢とは関係ないし、ここももうひなみ沢じゃない。
I don't have any connection to Hinamizawa anymore. And this isn't Hinamizawa anymore either.
沖宮には総合病院はありませんからね。
Yes, because there aren't any general hospitals in Okinomiya.
椅子よろしいですかな？
Mind if I take a seat?
ゆっくらしゅっと。
Down we go. This was a large university hospital in Shishibone City. It was splendidly urban, entirely different from the likes of Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. It was hard to believe Hinamizawa was part of the same city.
転院はいつ頃になりそうですか？
When does it look like you'll get transferred?
さあ、
Don't know.
俺的にはいつでも OK なんですけどね。
I'm ready to go whenever, though. Our moving plans were delayed a little because of my serious injury. My parents had already left the house in Hinamizawa, though, and were living in our new one. They planned to have me transfer hospitals to be closer to the new house once I recovered enough to be taken there.
転院先にまで来ないでくださいよ。
Please, don't come to where I'm transferring.
本当に具合が悪くなりますからね。
I really will get worse then.
いや、すっかり嫌われちゃいました。
Man, you really do hate me.
仕事柄とはいえ、心苦しいですよ。
It may just be my job, but that stings.
なので、今日はこれまでの罪滅ぼしに素敵なお土産をいろいろお持ちしましたので。
That's why I brought you all kinds of lovely souvenirs in atonement.
別にクッキーの詰め合わせなんか持ってこなくても。
You didn't need to bring an assortment of cookies for that.
それがね、
Well, you see,
実は中身はクッキーじゃないんですよ。
there aren't actually cookies in there.
ほら。
Look. Ooshi-san pulls open the can of cookies and... Ah! Oh, wow, I'm stretching my scar.
前原さんの好みがわからなかったので、いろいろと持ってきましたよ。
I didn't know what you were into, Maybara-san, so I brought all sorts of things. Brought me gentlemen's magazines, did you?
ほら、よりどりみどり、野原は黄緑ってなもんです。
Or just manga. See? All sorts of cute-looking ones, from westerns to comic strips.
さあさ、好きなだけ持っていっちゃってください。
Lately, they have all this sort of H manga aimed at girls, too. God, it's the H manga!
こんな本なんか持ってこないでください。
So it was gentleman's material. Never mind. Don't bring porn in here!
持って帰って持って帰って。
Take them away and go home!
いってててててて。
健全な若者がこんなところにずーっと閉じ込められてたら、
I thought
さぞやご入り用だと思ったんですけどね。
I thought for sure a healthy young person like you would be feeling a little needy, being cooped up in a place like this for so long.
こんなところにいると看護師フェチにしかなりませんよ。
If you were to stay here too long, the only fish you'll end up with is a nurse one, you know.
世の中には看護師さん以外にも素晴らしいものがいっぱいあるんですからね。
There are plenty of other beautiful things in this world besides the nurses, after all.
今から専門を決めないで幅広く。
Don't decide on what to major in now. Keep your options open.
オールラウンドに行かなくっちゃ。
You need to be a more all-round type of person. I'll be a mental slut on my own time when I'm fully recovered. Thank you very much. I gave Ooshi-san's vulgar laughter a pained grin. Somehow or other, I understood. The fact that Ooshi-san was bringing it up like this meant he must have something important to talk about.
シオンさんの件は本当にお気の毒でした。
The incident with Shion-san really was unfortunate. The night I was stabbed by Mion. Shion fell from her balcony and died. They said the police were investigating all possibilities. Accident, suicide, and homicide. But could only have been Mion's doing. Mion found out where Shion was hiding and pushed her down to her death. Nothing else was conceivable.
事故のわけない。
Couldn't have been an accident.
ミオンです。
It was Mion.
絶対に。
It had to be.
鑑識の連中は自殺だとしか思えないなんて言ってるんですが、私も前原さんと同じ意見です。
The criminology guys are saying it had to be a suicide, but I'm of the same opinion as you, Maibara-san.
シオンさんを突き落とし、さらにあなたを刺した。
She pushed Shion-san and also stabbed you.
一晩のうちにね。
In one night.
ミオンはまだ見つからないんですか？
Has Mion still not been found?
そうそう。
Oh, that's right.
それを今日はお伝えしたくて来たんですよ。
That's why I came here to tell you today.
はい。
Yes.
実は
We actually
見
did
つかっ
find
たん
her.
です。
You did? What?
あ、いててててて。
Ow. Learning that felt rather strange to me. I was partly relieved that the incident was truly over. And I was partly sorry that my best friend had finally been caught. I felt many other things, too. My heart was a maze of emotions.
それだけじゃない。
That's not all.
園崎家の例の地下、
In the Sonozaki House catacombs,
隠し井戸も見つかったんですよ。
we found a hidden well.
前原さんがおっしゃられてた通り、失踪者全員の遺体をその底で発見しました。
Just as you said, Maibara-san, we found the remains of all those who disappeared at the bottom.
そうですか。
I see. That sliver of hope, that possibility I'd believed in, that Rika-chan and Satoko were alive, just from the fact that the remains hadn't been found. Gone.
あの地下に実に巧妙に隠されてましてね。
It was incredibly well hidden in these catacombs.
いやいや、まさに死角中の死角でした。
I mean, I was in the blind spot of another blind spot.
井戸状に掘られた垂直トンネルでして、
It was a vertical tunnel dug out like a well.
はしごが設けてあって、下へずーっと行ったところに、今度は横へ抜けるトンネルが作られていました。
There was a ladder set up there, and we went all the way down. And when we went all the way down, there was another tunnel built there going through it.
そこを数百メートルも張って進むと、なんと山中の古井戸に抜けられましたね。
When we followed a few hundred meters, we found ourselves at the mouth of an old, unused well in the mountains.
過去の園崎家の当主が作らせた秘密の逃げ道だったんでしょうね。
I wonder if that was a secret escape route a previous Sonozaki family leader built.
でしょうな。
Probably was.
明治以降に作ったものでしょうが。
Maybe it was made in the Meiji era.
いやいや、よくもあんなものを作ったもんです。
Still, I'm impressed they built something like that.
みんなの遺体は、その底に。
So everyone's remains were at the bottom?
はい。
Yes.
逃げ道の通路よりもさらに下に、コールタール状の泥水が溜まってまして。
Even deeper down than the escape path, there was a pool of coal tar.
そこに無造作に投げ込まれていました。
They'd been casually thrown into there.
相当の高さから落としたわけですから、遺体はどっぷりと埋まってしまってましてね。
They had fallen from a fairly high spot, so the remains were totally buried in it.
遺体の引き上げにはだいぶ苦労させられました。
It took a lot of time and effort to pull their bodies up.
全員、見つかりましたか？
Did you find them all? I hoped that they at least wouldn't find Rika-chan or Satoko. That's what I wished for when I asked, but my shallow hope was crushed in the blink of an eye.
はい。
Yes,
全員。
all of them.
それどころか死後10年以上経過したと思われる人骨も見つかりました。
In fact, we also found human bones we think are over a decade old. Over a decade old? Really?
最低でも3人分はあると思われます。
We think there were at least 3 people.
ひなみ沢の歴史の暗部というわけでしょうな。
Wait, you mean you found 3 people in the well? So that would be Satoko, Rika, and this third person that's been there for at least a decade? Can't be Oryu. I suppose it's the dark side of Hinamizawa's history.
泥を全部吸い出したら、一体何人分の骨が出てくるやら。
I wonder how many people's bones we'll find when we sucked out all the mud.
怖い話です。
It's a scary thought. That weight had been pushing down on Mion's shoulders the whole time. Mion.
今、鹿骨市内の過去数十年の失踪者を洗い直しているところです。
We've currently identified people who disappeared from Shishibone City decades ago.
諦められてた失踪事件も、これを機に全部解決するんじゃないか、なんて言われてますよ。
People are talking about how this opportunity might let us resolve the disappearing persons cases that have been abandoned. After a deep silence, he breathed a heavy sigh. Ooshi-san went for his cigarettes to pass the time, but realized this was a non-smoking area, so he gave up and put them back in his shirt pockets.
そうそう。
All right.
これは寄り道なんですが、
This is a bit of a detour.
古出里香さん、ご存知ですよね。
But you know Rika Furuti-san, right? I knew her, yes.
もちろん、
Of course.
仲間ですから。
She's my friend.
彼女、例えば糖尿病でインスリンの注射を常用していたとか、そんな話はありました？
Did she ever tell you anything along the lines of her regularly taking insulin injections for diabetes? Diabetes? At her young age? Damn. Rika-chan has diabetes? I don't know what he was talking about.
実は彼女のスカートのポッケからですね、
Actually, we found it in her skirt pocket.
注射器が見つかりまして、
A syringe.
破損していたので薬物は特定できなかったのですが、
It was destroyed, though, so we couldn't identify the medicine. Syringe, huh? And what a surprise! It was filled with medicine that we can't identify. Kind of like a certain other syringe that we were introduced to towards the end of Chapter 1. Same medication, maybe?
少々不似合いだったので興味を持ちまして。
It was a bit out of place, so I got interested.
本当にご存知ありません？
You really don't know anything. I didn't know anything about Rika-chan carrying syringes around with her.
園崎家は本業の方、 ああ、薬剤さんのことです。
The Sonozaki family corporates. The Yakuza
で、
people.
覚醒剤を扱ってるとの噂がありましてね。
Anyway, there's rumors that they deal in psychostimulants.
その可能性もあるかなんて思ってたのですが。
I was thinking that might have something to do with it too.
リカちゃんが覚醒剤の常用者だっていうのか？
Are you trying to tell me that Rika-chan is a drug addict?
いえ、そうは申してませんよ。
No, not at all. That isn't what I'm saying.
ただ、お醤油をもらいに行くついでに注射器を持っていくってのは、どう考えても変ですからね。
It just seems strange however you look at it. That she would bring a syringe with her on her way to get soy sauce. How do you know that wasn't put in there after she arrived at the Sonozaki house? Like, I don't know, maybe she was killed and one of those methods involved a syringe with some kind of drug in it. Like maybe a tranquilizer or something. And Mion just simply put the syringe in there to in her skirt pocket to just dispose of it along with her corpse. Could be something like that for all we know. I have no idea what any of this means. My eyes are spinning. I feel sick.
大丈夫ですか？
Are you alright?
看護師さんを呼びましょうか？
Should I call a nurse?
大丈夫ですから。
I'm fine.
話の続きを。
Please continue.
まあ、注射器の話はそれだけです。
Well, that's all I had to say about the syringe.
それだけが個人的に気になったもので。
It was the only thing that personally struck me as interesting. Rika-chan.
リカさん、村のマスコットみたいなところがありましたからね。
Rika-san was sort of like the village mascot after all.
今、村は騒然としてるみたいですよ。
It looks like the village is in an uproar right now.
盲信してた年寄り方と殺してしまった園崎家とで。
Between the older blind believers and the Sonozaki family who killed her.
実効支配していた御三家もほぼ全滅状態。
The three families' effective control over the village is basically in shambles, too.
こんなタイミングでまたダムの話が出てきたりしたら、今度こそ間違いなく敗損でしょうな。
If someone came up to them with talk of a dam again, with this sort of timing, the entire village would be abandoned for sure this time.
もう俺、ひなみ沢とは関係ありませんから。
How convenient for them, I guess. I'm not related to Hinamizawa anymore. I actually was. I just said it because the thought about Hinamizawa being abandoned was unpleasant. And I wanted to end the conversation quickly. There was a knock at the door. It opened slightly. My mom asked if we were still talking.
ありゃ、
Whoops!
無駄話が過ぎましたか。
We went off topic, didn't we?
参ったな。
What a pickle. I looked at the clock. 5 minutes were long past. You told my mother there was something you really wanted to ask, and she could wait a little longer.
そう？
Is that so?
手短にね。
Keep it short, okay? There wasn't any getting around the fact that she was thinking about what a police officer could be talking to her son about.
日を改めた方が良さそうですね。
Maybe we should choose another day for this.
大石さ
Ooshi-san.
ん、ミオンは今、
Mion.
どうしてるんです？
How is she right now? I just wanted to hear that answer and then get rid of him.
それを話す前に、前原さんに一個だけ。
That really pregnant pause just now tells me that she's dead, isn't she? Before I tell you that, I just need one thing from you.
本当に正直に答えてもらいたいことがあります。
I just need you to answer something in all honesty.
何ですか？
What is it?
本当に真面目に答えてくださいよ。
I want you to take your answer seriously. Got it? Why do I have a feeling I'm not going to like what you're going to ask me?
これ、いい加減なこと言っちゃうと、場合によっては捜査か乱と見られて告発される場合もありますからね。
If you say something indiscreet, it could be viewed as an obstruction of the investigation, and you could be prosecuted. Ooshi-san kept threatening until the end. What the hell did he want?
前原さん、
Mbara-san,
シオンさんを突き落とした犯人は誰だと思います？
who do you think the criminal was who pushed Shion from the balcony?
ミオンしか考えられないじゃないですか。
There's no way it could be anyone but Mion, is there?
では、あなたを刺したの誰です？
Then who was the one who stabbed you?
何度も言わせないでください。
Please don't make me say it again.
ミオンですよ。
It was Mion.
園崎ミオン。
Mion Sonozaki, excuse me. Ooshi-san smiled bitterly, then dabbed at his forehead with a handkerchief to wipe his sweat. He should have expected that answer, and yet he looked as though he wasn't satisfied with it.
シオンを突き落として、俺を刺して、
She pushed Shion and stabbed me.
ミオンの犯行だって、さっき大石さんも認めたじゃないですか。
Didn't you just admit yourself that Mion was a criminal? Just that he was the same opinion as
シ
you.
オン殺しの犯人がミオンだという根拠は、隣人の男の証言によるものなんです。
The evidence we have that Mion killed Shion is based on testimony from the man living next door.
この隣人ってのは、実は暴力団組員、つまりシオンさんのボディーガードだったんですよ。
This neighbor is actually a member of an organized crime group. In other words, he was Shion-san's bodyguard.
このうちのリーダー格が古参で、園崎姉妹が幼いうちから親身になってた男なんだそうで。
It seems he was a veteran leader in that vein, and was like a parent to his Sonozaki sisters growing up. The man said this. The noise he heard from next door was just like the sound of a fight between sisters that he was used to hearing when they still lived together. And no, there was no doubt about it. He said he heard Mion and Shion insulting each other, and heard them struggling. At first, though, he thought it was a hallucination she was having, brought on by her dementia. You see, he thought that because that sort of ruckus had been occurring every night. However, that night had been longer than the rest, and he claimed that he went to her room to give her a sedative. The noise died down while he got the manager to give him the key. He decided that he'd at least check up on her, and after she wasn't answering his calls, they took the plunge and unlocked the door. Then they saw the room was a mess. Since Shion had been pushed over the balcony, they decided it had to have been Mion. And that's how it happened.
つまり、壁越しに聞いたというだけなんです。
In other words, he only heard from the other side of the wall.
しかもこのマンション、組の関係で住人がほとんどいないんです。
Plus, because the apartment complex is connected to their organization, it doesn't have many residents.
ですから、この騒ぎを聞いてたのも彼らだけ。
So they're the only ones who heard it happening.
重ねて言えば、園崎ミオンを目撃した者は誰一人いないんです。
To reiterate, there was only one person who witnessed Mion Sonozaki.
見なくったって、そんなの、ミオンの犯行だってわかるじゃないですか。
Even if he didn't see her, isn't it obviously Mion's doing?
まあまあ。
Now, settle down.
だから、つまりですね。
This is what I'm saying.
あなただけが、あの晩、確かに園崎ミオンを目撃した唯一の人間ってことになるんです。
It means you are the only one who saw Mion Sonozaki for sure last night. So then maybe Shion just had a back and forth argument with an imaginary Mion in her head or something before she threw herself off the balcony?
もう一人の目撃者のシオンさんは生きておられませんからね。
After all, Shion-san, the other witness, is no longer alive.
大石さんが何を言いたいのか、よくわからないんですけど。
What are you trying to say? I don't really understand. At that point, Ooshi-san paused. The fact that this was no smoking area completely slipped his mind, and he took out his pack of cigarettes again. Check. He lit this one with his lighter, and exhaled a long stream of tobacco smoke.
あなた、本当に園崎ミオンに刺されたんですか?
Were you really stabbed by Mion Sonozaki?
はい。
Yes.
間違いなく。
There's no doubt about it. The smoke Ooshi-san breathed out floated away, like a thundercloud swept away by the wind.
大石さん、ここ禁煙です。
Ooshi-san, you can't smoke in here.
看護師さんに怒られますよ。
Nurses will get mad.
実は、
Actually,
園崎ミオンも井戸の底から見つかったんですよ。
we found Mion Sonozaki at the bottom of the well too. What the fuck? What?
転落死です。
She fell to her death.
あの井戸の隠し通路から逃げ出そうとしてはしごを降りる途中に足を踏み外し、
We believe that she was trying to escape to that hidden passage in the well. Her foot slipped while climbing down the ladder.
そこまで転落し、
She fell to the bottom,
首の骨を折って死亡したとみられます。
broke her neck, and died. Coincidentally, same was in a similar manner to how Shion apparently died.
はい。
Yes,
シオンさんと同じにね、
the same way as Shion-san.
首の骨を折って。
She broke her neck.
と、
Well,
え？
what?
あの日、前原さんを気絶させた後、園崎ミオンは隠し井戸から外へ逃れようとして、
After you passed out that day, Mion Sonozaki tried to escape using the hidden well.
足を踏み外して死んだのです。
But her foot slipped and she died. So she's been dead since that day? Then what the hell did I see? Who stabbed me? Her foot slipped and she
まる
died.
で、そこに突き落とした他の犠牲者の死体に呼び寄せられるようにね。
As if beckoned by the corpses of the other sacrifices, she dropped down there.
それじゃあ、おかしいじゃないですか。
But that doesn't make any sense, does it?
検視の結果、間違いなくあの日に死亡したものと確認されました。
The autopsy came to the conclusion that she definitely died on that day.
あなたとシオンさんを襲ってからあそこに戻ったんじゃない。
She didn't go back there after attacking you and Shion-san.
あの日にすでに死んでいたんです。
She was already dead by then. What the fuck? My jaw was on the floor. There was absolutely no way that could be. What the hell did I see? Was that actually her freaking corpse that I saw or something? That was possessed by a demon and came to stab him? Was that actually... Seriously, is a demon possessing crap actually real? Mion was the one that stabbed me. It had to have been her. There wouldn't have been anyone else to do it.
じゃあ、
Then
誰が俺とシオンを襲ったんですか？
who attacked Shion and me?
誰が？
Who was it?
あなたを襲った園崎ミオンなのに園崎ミオンじゃない
The one who attacked
何
you
者かですよ。
was someone who was Mion Sonozaki, and yet not Mion Sonozaki. Could it have been Shion? Dress up as Mion? Pretending to be Mion? Huh? My mind became a complete mess, and I was starting to lose my ability to think straight.
高野美代さんの死覚えてますか？
Do you remember how Mio Takano-san died?
え？
Huh?
高野さん？
Takano-san?
は はい。
Yes.
確か、遠くの山の中で、焼け死んだって聞いたような。
I think I heard that she was burned to death in some distant mountains.
あれは考察された後に焼かれたことが分かってます。
We learned that she was burned after being strangled to death.
検視したのは県警さんなんですけどね。
The Gifu station did the autopsy.
これがちょっとおかしいんですよ。
It's a little bit strange.
初期の検視結果では死後24時間経過って出ちゃったんです。
The results of the preliminary autopsy said she had been dead for at least 24 hours.
辻褄が合わないってことで、大慌てで当日死亡って改ざんしたらしいんですが。
So she was already dead before she was brought out there into that barrel and set on fire? Since that was contradictory, in their panic, they seem to have revised it to say she died earlier that day. Despite me being an absolute wreck over what was going on with Mion, he was telling me there was even more on top of that? I didn't understand the complex things Ooshi-sen was telling me.
この死後24時間って検視結果、うちの鑑識のじじいが言うにはですね。
The results saying she has been dead for 24 hours, as our own old criminologist says.
かなり信頼できるものらしいんで
It's
す。
pretty damn reliable.
つまり、どういうことか。
So then, what would that mean? Wait. So, she was killed immediately after the festival ended? After we parted ways?
これは何度も聞いた質問になりますが、
I've asked that question over and over.
あなた、綿流しの晩、
But on the night of the Watanagashi,
高野美代さんに会ってますよね。
you were with Mio Takano-san, weren't you?
合ってます。
I was. Wait, are you saying that she was supposed to have been dead when I was with her?
その前日、お祭りの準備の日にも会ってますよね。
You also met her on the day before, while setting up for the festival, right?
私もその時お会いしてますし。
I mean, I ran into her too.
ええ、
Yes.
合ってますよ。
I was with her then.
死後24時間ってことは、お祭りの前日の晩には、もう死んでるってことになるんですよ。
If she had been dead for 24 hours, then that means she would have already been dead the day before the festival? What the hell? Then who was I with in that storehouse?
そんなはず。
That can't be.
お祭りの準備の時には生きていた。
She was alive during the festival preparations.
でも、あなたたちと一緒に西宮殿に忍び込んだ時、
However,
高野さんは
when you all slipped into the
お亡くなりにな
ritual
っていた
storehouse,
のです。
Takano-san was already dead. Maybe she was stored in a location that made her corpse decompose faster than if it was like, I don't know, just a dry room temperature kind of place or something. Because you can put bodies in places that can make them decay faster or make them decay slower, depending. Like, just temperatures can affect the rate of decomposition. Like, maybe she was just put someplace that affected the autopsy results to where it made it look like she was dead during this time. Excuse me. The origin of all that happened. The beginning of everything. Our intrusion in the ritual storehouse, which I had come to regret countless times. The one who tempted me. Takano-san. When she invited us into the storehouse, she was already no longer of this world.
今回の事件、死人が歩き回りすぎなんですよ。
There are too many dead people walking around in this incident. What? An incident caused by a dead person and ended by a dead person.
園崎ミオンの死亡時間を事件当日ではなく、あなたを刺した直後に改ざんせよとの圧力も来てるみたいです。
Also, apparently they're under pressure to revise the time of Mion Sonzaki's death, not the day of the incident, but to right after she stabbed you.
この事件をとっとと終わらせようとする外圧でしょうね。
Probably pressure from the outside to get this incident wrapped up already.
ですので、今の話はどうか他言無用に願いますよ。
So I'd appreciate if you didn't say a word about this to anyone. Ooshi-san grabbed his jacket that was hanging on the chair, put out his cigarette at the bottom of his foot, and started pretending to wave away the smoke floating around.
長居しました。
I've stayed too long.
あなたにとっての事件をせめて終わらせてあげようと思って来たつもりだったんですがね。
I had come here thinking I could at least end this incident as it applied to you, but...
かえって煙に巻いちゃったようで。
It looks like it got even more baffling instead. Absent-mindedly, he walked towards the door, looking at me, unable to speak, out of the corner of his eye.
もしも今後話したいことができたらいつでもお電話ください。
If it so happens that something comes up you want to talk about in the future, call me anytime.
さっきのお土産の中に私の名刺が入ってますんで。
My business card is in those souvenirs from before.
その時はまた素敵なお土産を持ってお見舞いに来ますよ。
When that time comes, I'll pay you a visit with some wonderful souvenirs again. Ooshi-san seemed to think I was still hiding something. That I, after all this, would be hiding something? I'm the one things are being hidden from. I'm the one who wants to know.
では、またいつかお会いしましょう。
And let's meet again one day.
お大事に。
Take care of yourself. Slam. I listened to tap, tap, tap of Ooshi-sen walking down the hallway. I still couldn't return from my stare of bewilderment. He wanted to end this incident as it applied to me? What was over? Nothing was over. The incident was still continuing. Huh? Then, slip. An arm coated in fresh blood came out from underneath the bed. I wasn't that surprised. This was an illusion I was seeing, seized with fear.
ケイちゃん。だから言ったでしょ?
Oh, fuck. Kei-chan. I told you, remember? I heard a guttural voice coming from under the bed. I still recognized it as Mion's voice.
なんだ、ミオン。
What, Mion?
何を言ったって？
What did you tell me?
私、あの日に警告したよ。
I warned you on that day.
今日以降、私の姿を見たとしても、それは私の屍に取り付いた
After
鬼
today,
なんだよって。
if you see me, it will be the demon that has possessed my body.
そうだな。言ってたよな。
You're taking this awfully well for, well, seeing a bloody arm with Mion's voice popping out from under your bed. You did. You said that, didn't you?
ごめん。
Sorry.
ちょっと注意が足らなかったな。
Guess I wasn't careful enough.
だから刺されちゃったんだな。
That's why I got stabbed. possibly wounds sustained from when she fell from the ladder. Many of her fingernails were broken and torn. Her arm slowly felt about the top of the bed, searching for mine.
あのさ、ミオン。
Oh. Hey, Mion.
俺、今、
I
こんな冗談を考えたんだ。
just, well, thought of a good joke.
聞いてくれるか？
Want to hear it? Mion under the bed didn't answer.
例えばさ、俺が今日、ここで死んじゃうんだよ。
Let's say that I died here today.
だけども、明日以降もここにいて、普通に生活してみせるんだよ。
But tomorrow I'd still be here, living a normal life.
で、後で、それが大石のやつに分かって、またしても死亡日時が合わない。
So, when Ooshi-san learned about it afterwards, the time of death wouldn't make sense, once again.
死んだはずの人間が生活していたって言って、泡を食って大騒ぎするんだよ。
He'd make a huge deal about how someone who should have died was alive. And he'd totally lose his head.
高野さんにミオン。そして俺で3人目。
Takano-san, then Mion, and then me third.
な？
So?
面白いだろ？
Funny, right?
笑えるだろ？
Makes you laugh, doesn't it?
ケイちゃん。
Kei-chan.
笑えよ。
Laugh.
それとも、あんまり面白くなかったか？
Or was it not that funny? Mion's blood-stained hand groped around and found my wrist. Though her fingernails were torn, she gripped it hard, as if scratching me.
加減しろよ。
Ow!
痛いって。
Go easy. Ow. It hurts.
ケイちゃん。迎えに来たよ。
Kei-chan, I've come for you. I tried to shake my wrist loose, but the strength she held it with was unbelievable, and I couldn't. She was only gripping one wrist, and yet my whole body wouldn't move. I couldn't even twitch. My fingers were spread apart, and I couldn't make a fist either. And that fact I couldn't make a fist reminded me of the restraining table. I felt a crooked nail press against my left fingertip. Oh shit. Mion's forehead was split open, and with a face covered with blood, she smiled, got right up, just behind me.
何も終わってない。何も終わってない。
Nothing was over. Nothing was over.
この事件は何も終わってなんかない。
Since then, it was far from being over.
まだ続いてる。
It was still going on.
まだまだ続いてる。
It was still happening.
誰か、この事件を終わらせてください。
Someone, please end this incident.
この残酷で無残で気の毒で悲しい。
This cruel, tragic,
この事件を終わらせてください。
unfortunate, sad incident. Please, end it.
それだけが
That
俺の望みです。
is my only wish.
あの時、一つ叶えてあげたでしょ？
I granted you one before, remember?
今度はダメ。
You don't get any more. Seeing as how you're about to end me, no. You're not granted, you didn't technically grant me anything at all. You just simply delayed the inevitable for me. Mion firmly held a nail down on my fingertip. And with her other hand, she slowly swung a mallet up into the air and... New scenario has been unlocked. All cast review sessions become available. To play it, select extra on the title menu and then pick the all cast review session. Holy fucking shit. 6 hours. 6 freaking hours it took to get through the last chapter of this chapter. That is insane. Yeah, I'm sorry, but if it looks like as though something could go, if it looks like in future episodes of Higurashi when they cry for the later chapters, it looks like as though whatever episode I may be doing at a given time might look like it could approach or exceed 3 hours. Then I'm gonna then what I'm gonna do next from that point on is just find the best possible stopping point, no matter where it is, and just end it. And if I'm still in the middle of a chapter within chapter 3 or whatever, or any other chapter from any other numbered chapter from that point onward, I'll just simply resume right from where I left off. Because doing extremely long episodes like this is just unfeasible for me. So, yeah. I'm really sorry if this has been an overly long episode for you guys. I promise that this is going to be the last time I'm going to let something like this happen. Because, again, 6 hours. This is just too much even for me. Still, we got one last episode I'm going to do here for Chapter 3, and that's the all-cast review. So I'm just going to make that a really short one. However long it takes for us to get through that. And then afterwards, then I can start discussing my theories as to what the hell is going on here. So yeah, for now I'm just going to end things. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 2. If you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will see you all next time. Take care.